Welcome to London, where today we'll be delving into the idea as to whether or not the British Grand Prix could be hosted here by 2020. We'll be going to F1 Live a little bit later on, so we'll be speaking to hopefully some of the drivers, talking to them about the idea.
And we will also be taking you around the proposed track layout that was released in 2012. Could it be that F1 will be racing around the streets of London in the future?
Stepping down onto the proposed London Grand Prix start-finish straight. To my right, potentially the pit lane. Down there is Buckingham Palace, but the drivers won't get all the way down there because there'll be a hard 90-degree right-hander for St James before a quick chicane for turns 2 and 3, which the drivers can probably take quite a lot of speed into.
Heading up the hill for turn 4, down to third gear before full acceleration for a potential overtaking opportunity towards Hyde Park Corner and Wellington Arch. It's not the easiest of straights though, as it can be quite bumpy, meaning going side by side could be risky.
Entering probably the most notable part of the track, for me personally, Buckingham Palace. You've got a landmark over there that none of the drivers will really want to be crashing into because the Queen will be watching just over there. And noting that these cars are probably coming in about 110 miles an hour after braking and then accelerating out of this wonderful, wonderful piece of track to about 140 miles an hour. So for spectators, this would be so special, and certainly a place that I would sit if the British GP came here for 2020.
So why are we discussing a London Grand Prix, you may ask? Well, Silverstone has ended its contract to host Formula 1, meaning right at this moment there is no British GP set to be held after 2019. Could London, the city that shuts down when 1 inch of snow hits, host the British Grand Prix from 2020? With Liberty Media wanting to bring F1 to the people, as seen with F1 Live London, it's not out of the question. We asked the drivers what they think.
Would you like to race around the streets of London with all the landmarks and things?
Yeah, definitely. I think all the street circuits, they are very unique and very exciting. At the same time, I think Silverstone is a very nice circuit with all the history behind, so probably we need to fit both of them, you know, one in Silverstone and one in London.
And have you brought a deck chair with you to have a little bit of sunbathe?
Actually today Stoffel is driving, so I should bring something.
You need to get a deck chair.
To watch him, you know. I will try to find out in the next 10 minutes.
You would break the internet like that.
I will try, because I think the people will love it.
They will absolutely love it. Would you like to race around the streets of London?
I'd love it, especially if we went down my front door, that'd be nice, but no, it's cool. I mean, this is literally, it'd be more than a home race if it's literally on my city streets.
Accelerating out of turn 8 towards Big Ben with DRS assistance has to be the best opportunity for drivers to make a lunge up the inside into Parliament Square.
The cars will be going round a very single file technical section. Really could be quite cool to have a nice spectator stand there as well for the fans to get as close as possible to the cars. And then you're greeted with another massively iconic figure, Big Ben and the Houses of Parliament, which would be so cool for the drivers to come out and see, but they won't be going over the bridge, they'll be turning left.
The drivers will be full throttle for 74% of the lap, which means absolutely crazy speeds.
Would you like to race around the streets of London?
That would be so cool, so yeah, I really hope so in the future. I know, you know, they're pushing a lot to get cities involved in Formula 1 more than it's been in the past, and I think that's the way forward to really do more street races, but of course keep the proper historical races as well, find a good mix there.
It would be amazing to have a race here in London, you know, it will be one of the most special races in the history of Formula 1, so yeah, I think it will be special, although I really like Silverstone. I think London will be really special.
After turn 12, we're on to Embankment, running parallel with the River Thames, hurtling towards Trafalgar Square. Although this is the penultimate corner, the challenge does not end there, as the drivers have to negotiate the Admiralty Arch.
I can't really begin to even imagine what F1 cars would be like flying through there. Not a chance they'll be too wide. And if you do, then they've got balls of steel. They'll be flying down towards Buckingham Palace once again, and they'll hit in the start-finish straight with the pits on the left. And that's a lap of the proposed London Grand Prix.